Can a house sell itself? You know, I think there are some markets that are a little friendlier to for sale by owners. Definitely something that, in a market where we're in a full bull out seller's market, where there's a real lack of inventory, I think can work in the favor, and in that instance, a house could sell itself. But, I had a client a few years ago. They started out as a for sale by owner. They did their own virtual tour. They did their own staging. They were a professional couple. They really kept an eye on the market. We were actually in a super hot. We were coming right to the end of that seller's market in 2022. So it was really just that real like tip of the spear kind of thing before the market fell flat. And they had about 6 weeks. And sort of the challenges that they faced were they had a great virtual tour, but they had the wrong exposure, the wrong marketing, the wrong price, and they never ended up getting any showings. And for that reason, they ended up, had they have hired me initially, and they've told me this, they would have had $300,000 more in their pocket than, when they ended up selling later in that year. And so, hearing sometimes that a house can sell itself, I mean, there is marketing, there's staging, there's photography and video, there's coordinating all that, and then there's the negotiation at the end of the day. There is market evaluation to know not only what this house is worth, but what's going on in the market. What are the trends? Is the trend up? Is the trend down? So how do we price it? And if it didn't sell under this particular listing or this time, what's our next strategy? So there was a lot more to selling a house than a house can sell itself. And although, I've had clients over the years, I had one client a few years ago that they wanted to do for sale by owner. I championed their approach. And the client that I was talking about at the beginning of this video, I championed their approach. I said, hey, great, go do it, and I'll be your backup. And I have found, in those two instances, one ended up selling for sale by owner, and one ended up coming back. So I'm certainly not against people trying to do it on their own. I'm just saying it's a lot of work. And I can tell you that from experience of doing it 24/7, 365, gathering feedback from agents and orchestrating the showings and, taking sign calls myself and, working with those buyers, answering their questions, other agents, fielding those questions as well. So there's a lot more work than just plunking a sign on the front lawn and getting on your knees and praying it sells. So I'd like to know in the comments what you think. But if you're interested in learning more about my 5-step seller system, the Perfectly Plum method, pun intended, drop me a DM and I'll get a copy of that to you.